All our pictures have a word on them that starts with a K.
Since 2012 in the Colin and Downpatrick areas, the speech and language therapy service for 5 to 6 year olds has been provided in the local primary schools rather than the local community clinic. This really represents a shift away from a medical model to a much more community and education focused model. The service is provided in partnership with the local community, parents, educationalists, teachers, classroom assistants and speech and language therapy. So this places the child at the centre of the service.
The challenge for us was that many of the children who get their speech and language therapy within schools would come from families that sometimes find it hard to engage in service delivery. They have lots of other difficulties at home. Maybe there's big families, lots of children to be looked after while they attend appointments in health centres, which aren't always as close to home as we'd like them to be. So if we're able to provide their speech and language therapy in school, it means that the children don't have to worry about being a DNA or a fail to attend appointment. They're getting their therapy in the most natural learning environment. There's no additional pressure put on parents, and all in all, the service is much more accessible to the families, and our outcomes will tell us that this is the best way to do it, because many of the children make so much progress that they get discharged from speech and language therapy and they don't actually ever have to attend the clinic.
I feel it's a really great way of working because the children really benefit from having their therapy in school, and then it can be linked to their curriculum and help them develop in the school environment. This project is for children who are in primary 1 and primary 2, and at the minute we have a discharge rate of around 60% of children by the end of primary 2 who are finished with their speech and language therapy.
It ensures that all children have equal access to the service because the uptake of a community clinic only service at any point in time in both the Colin and Downpatrick areas we'd have 70 to 80% uptake of the service. When we've moved to a schools based model we now have 100% uptake and access to the service, and this is really important because if we can actually remediate children's difficulties from a speech language communication point of view before age 6, then children have a much better outlook in terms of their educational attainment, their social emotional development and ultimately in their life chances.